because UFC 298 was in California, we as fans actually get to see how much money the fighters made. Most athletic commissions don't force companies to disclose their fighters' purses, but luckily for us, the California Athletic State Commission does. So without further ado, here are all of the purses for the UFC 298 card, and these are worth talking about as well. So starting off, Andrew Lee, 70,000. Miranda Maverick, 150,000 with a 75,000 win bonus. That's a decent purse, but Val Woodburn, 15,000. Yeah, you'd expect that. Oban Elliott, 20,000. That's a $10,000 win bonus. Classic Contender Series contract. Josh Quillen, 12,000. Danny Barlow, 20,000. Brenson Ribeiro, 10,000. Zhang Minyang, 20,000. Carlos Vera, 12,000. Junior Tuffer, 23,000. Not really much of a bonus for taking the fight on 24 hours notice. Nakamura, 46,000, that's with a $23,000 win bonus. Delima, 200,000 with a $100,000 win bonus. That's a decent amount of money, but he's had 20 fights in the UFC, so you'd expect it. Mackenzie Dern, 200,000. Amanda Lemos, 160,000 with an $80,000 win bonus. Kopylov, 80,000. Anthony Hernandez, 122,000. Now, Henry Cejudo, a two-division champion, got paid $150,000 for his fight against Merab, which is probably going to be his retirement fight. That is criminal. The UFC has never really shown a lot of love to Henry, but the fact that he got paid $150,000 for that is criminal. And people say, oh, well, he's not going to, he's not a big name. He's not going to pull in massive pay-per-views. And maybe he doesn't pull in massive pay-per-views on the ones he's headlined, but he's a big name. People tuned in for that fight, and for him to get $150,000, I imagine his contract would have been $150,000 to show and another $150,000 to win. But even then, that's cruel. You're against Merab, one of the best fighters at that weight division on the planet, and you're gonna take half of his purse away from that. He should be getting well above $500,000 at least. I know the UFC never likes to pay people what they're worth, but that's criminal. And I'm glad that it happened in California, so people know this. That's the kind of money that Henry Cejudo's on. He's done so much for the company, and him leaving at the height of his success, probably not aged well. Merab Dvalishvili, 210,000 with a 105,000 win bonus. Jeff Neal, 108,000. Ian Gary, 110,000 with a 55,000 win bonus. Paulo Costa, 250,000. At least he's on a better contract now. After he fought Adesanya, he was on a 60,000 win, 60,000 show contract, which was why he pulled out of the first Whittaker fight, because he said, I want a better contract, and they just announced the fight anyway. And then he said, I didn't sign. Then there was that whole dilemma. So now at least he's getting paid 250,000 to show. They didn't even give him a bonus either. Whittaker, 400,000 with a $100,000 bonus. Volkanovski, 750,000. I assume that's without pay-per-view points, because that would have to get tallied up during the week, so he probably earns a pretty penny after that. And Taporia, 350,000, which is more than I expected actually, because his contract wouldn't be that high, but I guess when you fight for the belt, you get a little bit extra. So overall, those numbers still suck. Dana White at the press conference said, record gate, record ticket sales, like every single event does. Yet the fighter contracts are not near record high. And fighters can't make money on their own with sponsorships. So another pay-per-view with criminally underpaid fighters. What can we say? For what it's worth, I just thought I'd come back and say that obviously all the fighters have to pay tax on top of this, and then they have to pay their coaches, they have to pay for things in their training camp. They almost certainly have to pay for their family if their family flew out to see them. The UFC doesn't pay for that stuff. It doesn't pay for their families' hotels. It doesn't pay for fuck all. So, all these guys earning sub $40,000, even $40,000, that does not go far. You pay your tax, you pay your coaches, you pay all the other things that come along with traveling that the UFC doesn't cover. And you're looking at maybe 10 grand in your pocket if you earn 40. And that's going to last you until your next fight. Criminal. Absolutely criminal.